nuclear subs collide. The accident causes damage to both vessels or subs, but does not release radioactivity, as far as I know. Two nuclear-armed submarines from France and Britain collided deep under the Atlantic Ocean earlier this month, causing damage to both subs, but releasing no radioactivity. Again, as far as I know, a British official said Monday. The British government official spoke on condition of the sensitivity of the issue. His name could not be given, but the incident was first reported by a British newspaper, The Sun. The HMS Vanguard, Britain's first Trident-class nuclear-armed submarine, and the French Le Triomphant submarine, which was also carrying nuclear missiles, both suffered minor damage. The British official said the Vanguard's deterrent capability remained unaffected and there was no compromise to nuclear safety. No members of the crew were injured. The HMS Vanguard, which went into operation in 1994, is one of Britain's 4 nuclear-powered submarines. Each is capable of carrying up to 16 nuclear-armed Trident missiles. And France's Defense Ministry said in a brief statement February 6 that the French submarine had struck a submerged object of some kind during a return from a patrol, damaging the sonar dome on the front of the submarine. The French ministry did not confirm the date of the collision, nor did it make any mention of the British submarine. It also said in the statement that no crew members were injured, and confirmed that the nuclear security of the submarine was not compromised. After the accident, the French submarine returned to its base on France's western tip under its own power. The ministry said, "A nuclear nightmare." The incident sparked concern among nuclear activists who have long warned that nuclear submarines pose serious risk of radioactive leaks into the world's waters. And how did these two submarines get so close to each other? Did they not know, or were they not aware of the proximity of another submarine to their own? Or were they doing some kind of exercises together? How did this happen in such a vast ocean? And it could have been a lot worse. It could have released a whole lot of radioactivity. "This is a nuclear nightmare of the highest order," said Kate Hudson, the chair of Britain's campaign for nuclear disarmament. The collision of two submarines, both with nuclear reactors and nuclear weapons on board, yes, could have released vast amounts of radiation and scattered scores of nuclear warheads across the seabed. She called on British Prime Minister Gordon Brown to end the patrols, which she said have at least one British nuclear sub in the Atlantic at all times. And is all this necessary anymore? Do they really need nuclear-powered submarines with nuclear-armed missiles on board, cruising around the ocean underneath the surface? Is it really all that necessary? nowadays. And some kind of way, it's kind of like the two satellites that collided in orbit above the Earth. The American satellite and the Russian satellite. They collided, and now there's all kinds of new space junk orbiting around the Earth. Tens of thousands of pieces, which could stay up there for, well, thousands of years. 10,000 years or so. And those pieces of space junk, they're going real fast. They could be a hazard to future satellites, or to the satellites that's already up there. In other words, humans have created a lot of things. And where is the control in all this? What could be the consequences of all the things that they have created all around the world and in the world and on the world? And this is another sign, just like the two satellites colliding in space, or the satellite collision. And all these things are connected or interconnected in some kind of way. They're all more signs, like the worldwide economic crisis, the mortgage crisis, the credit crisis, the energy crisis, the climate change or global warming crisis, the Arctic melting ice or the ice shelves breaking off crisis, the rainforest being destroyed crisis, and all the wars, everything else that's going on. They're all connected in some kind of way, or interconnected. And in turn, all these things are connected to the end times transition days. Yes, the transition is happening. Everything must change rapidly. And these, again, once more, all these are more signs happening every day.